Travis Kelce flew halfway around the world to support Taylor Swift in Sydney for her Eras Tour. The Kansas City frontman, 34, was spotted walking through the crowd at his girlfriend's concert on the first night of her world tour stop at Accor Stadium on Thursday 6. In a video posted to X, formerly known as Twitter, Swift's fans can be seen screaming as Kelce, who wore a matching blue t-shirt and shorts, clapped and waved as he "Go to your place to watch the show. Guy on the Chiefs in the house." Travis Kelce attended Taylor Swift's Eras Tour show Friday night in Sydney, Australia, and was all smiles when some eagle-eyed fans in the crowd spotted him soaking up the fun of the show while dancing with fans there. The Kansas City Chiefs made an appearance and were photographed enjoying the show with both arms full of friendship bracelets in his VIP tent. A source told NatFL on Thursday. Taylor and Travis are both very busy right now, but they are trying their best to prioritize each other and their relationship. Travis really likes Taylor and wants to be there to supporting her during her performances in Australia. He was grateful that she showed up for him during a very busy time in her career and considered it important to do the same for her. They are making a joint effort to make things work. February was indeed a turbulent month for the couple. Swift attended the Grammy Awards on February 4, won 2 trophies, and then headed to Tokyo, Japan for 4 nights of performances from February 7 to 10. From there, she immediately returned to the United States to support Kelce and his Chiefs as they won Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, Nevada, on February 11. "Thank you for your support," Kelce could be heard telling Swift on the field after the game. "Thank you for coming halfway around the world. You're the best, baby." The best. Last week, Swift played 3 nights at the historic Melbourne Cricket Ground in Melbourne, Australia. The sold-out crowd of 96,000 people each night marked the biggest show we've ever done. Swift marveled last Friday. Her latest show was the first of 4 sold-out shows for Swift at Accor Stadium in Sydney. The night started with a bit of drama as part of the venue was evacuated before the start of the show due to the weather. It's unclear when Kelce will return to the US or whether he will stay for all 4 of her shows. Back in November, Kelce headed to Buenos Aires, where he was spotted supporting Swift, along with her father, Scott Kingsley Swift, on night 2 of the Eras Tour at the Estadio Monumental. Swift then changed the lyrics of her song, Karma, for the first time to reflect the new romance, stating, "Karma is the guy in Captain, coming straight home to me." After the show, she was seen running off the stage in Kelce's arms and kissing him. The New Heights frontman also famously attended her show at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri last summer, where he tried to give her his phone number on a bracelet friendship hands but failed. The rest, as they say, is history. Following her time in Sydney, Swift is set to take her Eras Tour to Singapore to perform 6 sold-out shows from March 6 to 9. As for whether Kelce will join Swift's next tour, the athlete's father, Ed Kelce, recently hinted that it's possible. Ed spoke to the Sydney Morning Herald and shared details of a conversation he had with his son after the Super Bowl victory in Las Vegas, Nevada. "Earlier this month, I asked him, 'Are you going to Sydney?' And he seemed very interested," Ed shared, adding that his 34-year-old son said he really wanted to go to Sydney and Singapore. Swift will take a month-long break from life on the road in April to prepare for the release of her 11th studio album, The Tortured Poets Department, on April 19. She will then resume touring on April 9. 5 in Paris, France. Emma Stone has vowed to never joke about Taylor Swift again after the actress called the musician a hole for loudly applauding her Golden Globes win. The Oscar winner, 35, made the quip in the press room at the awards ceremony, where she was asked her thoughts on Taylor, 34, loudly cheering her success. Emma replied, "What in a hole, am I right? I've known her for almost 20 years, I was very happy she was there." Now, Emma has said she definitely won't make a joke like that again, after it was pulled out of context. "What a dope," she said of herself in a joint cover interview with her Poor Things director Yorgos Lanthimos for Variety, which was released on Wednesday. Taylor and Emma's alliance goes back to a meeting in 2008 at the Young Hollywood Awards. "We just kept in touch ever since and became great friends," Emma revealed in January. At the time, both were still only rising stars. Emma had starred in the high school comedy Superbad the previous year, and Taylor had tasted success with her first, self-titled album, but was not yet the all-powerful cultural juggernaut she is today. Their friendship deepened as both women became ever more famous and successful. For some years, they lived nearby in New York and would sometimes be glimpsed out for dinner or at nightclubs together. It's thought that Emma helped to play Cupid for Swift with her previous long-term boyfriend. Handsome British actor Joe Alwyn, who was Emma's co-star in The Favourite, although the actress has always been too discreet and too loyal to confirm those reports. It's also thought that Taylor wrote the song when Emma falls in love about her pal, who is now married to comedy writer Dave McCary. On stage recently, Taylor shared that the song was about one of her best friends. Asked about the song, Emma says that only Taylor can answer who it is about, as well as a shared dry sense of humor. Both women prize their privacy despite living in the glare of global fame. In 2018, Emma said, "I think friendship is pretty much everything. Here's another turning 30 thing I've realized: you pick your family. You realize that your friendships, the people who go with you into these next phases of your life, you're choosing your family." She added, "Loyalty is enormous." Emma won Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture at the Golden Globes for her role in period fantasy Poor Things, and has since picked up gongs at the BAFTAs and Critics' Choice Awards. She was the main star of Oscar-nominated Flick, which was based on Alasdair Gray's 1992 novel of the same name and also starred Mark Ruffalo, Rami Youssef and Willem Dafoe. Emma, who is currently in talks to work with the filmmaker for the fourth time, detailed her anxiety in her and Yorgos's Variety interview. "I felt like I was failing her in the first week, and failing Yorgos. It was just difficult. I could talk to him about it," she said. Emma went on to state that she had a set idea about how she would portray Baxter and that she felt as if she was not living up to her own standards. "I think because I had lived with her in my mind for so long and I was so deeply in love with Bella, it terrified me not to live up to her as a character," she recalled. However, the Cruella star remarked that she was able to voice her concerns to Lanthimos, with whom she collaborated on the 2018 feature The Favourite, and that his style of working helped her regain her confidence. She stated, "I could talk to Yorgos about it. And we were able to discover as we went. And because it's a safe environment, it doesn't feel rushed." The Academy Award-winning performer then opened up about what attracted her to the role of Baxter, a young woman whose brain was replaced by that of her unborn child following a suicide attempt. "I think that's why I was so crazy about her. It's the idea of not living with that self-judgment or shame, as you say, or the social contracts that you make as a child growing up," she said. Emma went on to discuss her close working relationship with Lanthimos, 50, and opened up about how he selected his cast based on their personality. Yorgos feels like a lot of his process of working with people or putting people in his films has to do with who they are as a person. It's not just performance-based. The filmmaker also recalled scheduling weeks and weeks of just playing games, laughing and being comfortable with each other, in order to build a rapport among the cast members prior to the start of filming. Poor Things premiered during the 80th Venice International Film Festival, and it was released in the United States in December of last year. The movie was met with widespread critical and commercial success, and it currently holds a rating of 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Poor Things was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture, while Stone and Lanthimos have been put up in the Best Actress and Best Director categories. The feature received a total of 11 Oscar nods in various categories, including Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography and Best Costume Design.